Beautiful night, beautiful light, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver this free channel, timeless, collective message from the Tarot in the Shadows series. I want to thank you for the growth on my channels and for choosing me for your personal services. You have questions, I have answers. Those are on my website. You can find that in the title of this broadcast. It's LPHtarot.com. And thank you for your love donations. Let's get into your message. After these messages, we'll be right back. All right, so we're going to start with the Tarot of Mystical Moments at this time. First card out, your energy is the King of Cups. Okay, King of Cups. Let's see the energy of the situation at hand is the Fool. Okay, and the energy of the external influence, the other side of the table energy, what is it? The Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I heard somebody has a lot of self-development work to do. Somebody's trying to get their stuff together in their life. They are trying to get their things together, trying to get it organized, trying to get everything in place, trying to get things up and running, I hear. Trying to get things up and running. So, with you showing up at the King of Cups, some of you will resonate with being a sun sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. That doesn't have to be. All of you will not. But the King of Cups is my card that represents emotional mastery and somebody who's willing to not just have emotions, but act on the emotions that they have, okay? So in a lower vibration, this could be somebody who acts out in a way of jealousy, insecurity, or envy. In a higher vibration, this is somebody who's coming from a place of love, okay? Tonight, I do feel the higher vibration in it. The Fool is saying, as the experience, it's like there's a new phase happening here. There's a new phase. With the new journey comes new challenges to overcome, new demons to overthrow, so to speak, okay? And with the Seven of Pentacles on the other side of the table, like I said, somebody's busy minding their own business, taking care of themselves. It's my tending to your own garden card. So I see in that somebody is, I'm hearing, prioritizing what it is they really need to be focused on at this time. Trying to get their priorities, in order, excuse me. So let's see, coming out with your side, with the King of Cups, we have A Long Way Home, card number 35. A Long Way Home, 3 and 5. Empress energy and Hierophant energy, okay. The Long Way Home. It's, I see that it's been a long journey for you to get to this new phase that you're in now. Let's see what we have with the Fool. My dear friend, card number 47. 4 is Emperor energy, 7 is Chariot energy. So it's like in this, you have to be discerning about who you're keeping in your circle. I hear you got to be discerning about who you're keeping in your circle, who is in your environment, and what role they're allowed to play in your experience. Okay. This girl is riding on this deer with big giant antlers. Okay. So there's a lot of wisdom that you've gained from this experience. Okay. For some of you, you had a challenging experience with a friend and you're starting over in some sort of way. Okay. Somebody says they're going to work on their self. They're going to work on their issues. They recognize some issues. Okay. Interesting. On the other side of the table, we have card number 41, Home in the Sky. And so this is very interesting because somebody here is, with the Seven of Pentacles, removing their focus from a situation and worrying about their own side of this. In other words, somebody here is minding their own business for a change. I heard minding their own business, working on themselves. Like I said, this person is in a phase of self-development right here. With the Home in the Sky card, with Emperor energy and Magician energy, this person is taking control in their life. They've got some big ideas. They want to bring them home. Okay. What I find most interesting is on both sides of the table, we have home, the idea of home coming through. And both of them are kind of flying in the imagery from these oracle decks. The Long Way from Home is like this giant hot air balloon attached with so many different tethers to this big giant home. And then in the Home in the Sky card, we have smaller homes, each individually floating around and attached to their own balloon, but there's a single tether to each. Okay, so there's something here about the idea somebody's home is a lot more stable. Idea of home is a lot more stable than the others. Let's dig deeper with the Osho Zen Tarot. But yeah, I see that for some is this something about somebody's moving either in or out of a home. Okay, somebody doesn't want to come back home because they feel like, you know, they'll do better off if they're on their own. There's some sort of separation of in the home or of the home here. I see that there is the feeling of care between both of these people. With the My Dear Friend card, there is true care, but there's a level of wisdom, right? And I'm hearing wisdom dictates that at some point each one has to take care of their own business, mind their own thing, get their own stuff happening. For some reason, like they can't be in the same home forever. So, okay. All right, let's look back at your side of the table. We have the Six of Wands energy with success. Okay, on the A side of the table. Okay. So it's been a long journey, I hear, for you to be able to get into this emotional mastery. So you might have had a lot of problems with your emotions. You way back when, you might have been very depressed, irrational. You might have been prone to fits of rage and stuff like that. But you've overcome a lot of that recently, and you have some big success on your table. You've overcome a lot of fights. You've overcome a lot of challenges. If you're on the A side of the table here, I see like you've learned how to remove yourself from certain battles and struggles, and you've learned about what your priorities are and what ties you to them. Looking back at the Long Way from Home card with all the tethers to the giant hot air balloon that is overhead, it's like you understand what connections mean what to you. I feel like you've already prioritized, okay, what your connections mean and what moves forward with you. What is your home ground? What is your home base? What is your place of stability? And I hear home is supposed to be a place of peace, you know. Home should feel like love. Home should feel like peace. Okay, so somebody here, you've attained that already and in a successful position. In the situation, what do we have? The Master. Some of you are meeting a new, unsuspectingly, I hear, unsuspectingly, you're meeting a new friend on this journey. And for some of you, that new friend, with air quotes, is a certain level of mastery. Okay, a connection with somebody else here shows you, taps you into masterful creatorship energy, okay, in some sort of way, because I heard in the awareness that each person is responsible for their own experience and has certain levels of development that only they can do for themselves. There's a level of mastery in that, okay? On the other side of the table, what do we have? friendliness. Okay. So it's a Two of Cups energy. Yeah. I see that there, first off, Two of Cups in this deck is called friendliness, but that's truly a card of love. Okay. So I do see love on both sides of the table. I do see caring and concern, even thoughtfulness. Thank you. Mindfulness on both sides of the table in this experience today. But somebody on the B side of the table over here is really trying to figure out, they want to be in their own individual home. So for some of you, you have a big family home or big family environment, whether that's a literal, physical, or this is symbolic of something else. And somewhere on the other side of the table with the B side, this person wants to begin to establish their own. They want to begin to establish their own home environment, their own stability in their life. Like I said, this is why this person is checking their priorities right now. Okay. But there's something between the two of you. Somebody's really happy about your successes that you have. I heard somebody here is really happy about your success. They're really happy that you have all this success under your belt, but they're feeling like they need to develop something within themselves. There's something that they need to develop within themselves that is, I'm hearing weighing on their mind. Okay. It's weighing on their mind. And, I hear, so this could even be two roommates, but what I hear is, although you care deeply for each other and there is love there are some very strong differences, either differences in the way you live, the way you communicate. There's some differences enough that where somebody here feels like, well, I need to get my own thing going. Okay. And it's interesting because this is the level up energy here in this experience. It's like, acknowledging that, okay, we've come to this point together. I understand, what you're saying. You have needs to create this for yourself and do it independently. I heard without my support. So there's even the vibe here of like not wanting to live. You know how they have these different movies, and you might even know somebody like this where their parent is so famous for something and they can't get out from underneath the wings of the parent, right? So is it a vibe like somebody wants to branch out and do their own thing? Okay. They want to create their own stability. So this is somebody who you've been working together with in some type of way, but they're reaching for making something of their own. Okay. I heard you were a big inspiration in this, like somehow you helped inspire this for them. So from Prism Oracle, let's see what emotions are happening here. Sadness, interesting. So there's some sadness here. There's success, but it's accompanied with a tinge of sadness. I don't feel like this is a deep, heavy depression. I do feel, though, that this is like, it's like the kid going away to college. It's like somebody's moving out of state because, they got their job. So there's something here about moving on and doing your next phase, being touched with a tinge of sadness, okay? Because maybe there's some distance. You won't be so accessible to one another. There is some sort of tinge of sadness here. This really feels like somebody's getting a touch of emptiness syndrome, either, and is coming around some emptiness syndrome. So the situation that we have ideation with Master and my dear friend and the Fool. The ideation is a vision. It's a plan. It's an idea to be carried out, an idea to be carried out in this situation. So there's a plan being devised. Okay, this is common between the two. Let's see on the other side, surrender. So somebody here, again, understanding like there's a plan here, but I got to surrender to my path. Okay, I got to surrender to my path. Somebody's going to have to travel. They're going to have to make their own way. They're going to have to start getting their own home in order in some sort of way. Okay, creating there's a new journey here. It's a new journey. Somebody's being called to move forward on their journey. I'm hearing independent in their own energy. Okay. If you're on the A side of this, I can see where it's like the sadness that is here, I'm here, has something to do with who's here and who's not here in your physical experience. So you have some big successes, but it's like in order to have the successes, you've had to let go of a lot of things and, again, refocus on what are the true tethers to your stability. What are the true bonds? What are the true bonds? A lot of false bonds had to be cut away. Somebody here has been holding on to a lot of false bonds. Somebody's been feeling very stretched thin to get the success that they've gotten. And they had to reprioritize and get real secure with what they're obligating themselves to. And I'm getting cutting off all extra attachments and extra obligations in order to focus, to have the success that you have. So this is like, I'm hearing, take a shot for me. Whoa. From Drake, I'm hearing the song, Take a Shot for Me. So it's almost like there's this dismissal, a bit of a sad dismissal about whoever or whatever couldn't continue with you forward to get to this point of success. All right, from the Wisdom of the Oracle, let's see what else we have. On the A side, we have the Tribe. It's card number 8. In your power, in your community. Like I said, this has something to do with who's a part of your tribe. I see that the contents of your tribe has shifted. Your inner circle has shifted over the recent times. And everybody that was there is not always there. Okay, so there's something about even remembering how far you had to go to get here. Like I said, it's been a long journey to get here. You've had to release a lot of different ones. I even see somebody here who has been having a lot of nostalgic memories come up regarding all the different ones that have crossed your path during this journey. Yeah. The ones that have come and gone, and how they've contributed to your journey. In this situation, we have card number 43 with deep knowing. We have this owl sitting up on what appears like a moon in front of another moon. Okay, but there's wisdom here. Great wisdom and deep knowing in this connection. I hear, even if somebody is far off now, fulfilling their plans, there's this knowing about the connection, and that whatever is happening with this person, focus on getting their house in order, so to speak. It's part of the plan. I heard it's part of the plan. In other words, like I said, somebody here is having some emptiness syndrome because your child's, maybe they moving off, going off to college, something like that. You on your own in your home for the first time, But that was always part of the plan, right? Raising successful children was about them coming up and being able to grow up and be successful adults, independent adults. There's something here about that was part of the plan. Okay, on the other side of the table, on the B side of the table, we have Unfinished Sympathy. It's card number 10. So whoever this is, they're realizing, like I said, they're not quite finished here. They're still working on their masterpiece in their life, but they're surrendering to the journey. They're understanding that there's something here that they've got to develop for themselves. Somebody here is feeling like it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to move forward on my own. It's time for me to develop my own thing, build up myself, build up my confidence, build up my personal stability, build up my own house. Somebody here, instead of investing in the tribe right now, instead of investing in the family, somebody's realizing, like, I love my family, but I got to go get my own thing together. If I want to have something to contribute, I need to build up my own thing so that I have that to hold out. So there's somebody here on the B side of the table. This person highly values, like, the traditional, I have a house, a home, a business, an account, all this stuff, being able to leave an inheritance, stuff like that. That's something that's on this person's mind. And at this time, they're seeking to development. I hear there's no hard feelings. That this is a necessary phase of the journey. So for some of you, is this a connection that's literally physically moving on, or is there a spiritual moving on, a moving on of ideas, a moving on of a way of being with one another? Okay, because I see it can be, it is unfolding in both ways for different ones of you. Okay. And for somebody, it seems like they're both are happening simultaneously. So not only is there a change in the self view and in the way these two interact together, but there's also a change in physical living circumstances happening at the same time. But somebody here, they're determined to build a certain life for themselves. They're committed to seeing it through. This person is ready to move forward and move on. But they know that they're not finished with something. They know that there's more to be done here. And so they're really focused on getting their priorities together. They know that there's certain things they can't run from anymore. They have an idea. They know that if they want to attain that idea, they're going to have to take certain steps to accomplish it. Okay, well, let's go with the Moonology deck. Now, on the A side of the table, what do we have? It says, nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. Okay, with the energy of the situation, what do we have? It says, what do you need to release? Waning moon. And on the B side of the table, what do we have? It says, your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. Again, it's confirming what we've said. Okay, so there's a plan, there's a vision, there's an idea that has been initiated here. And something, this person is part of your tribe. This is part of your family. This is somebody you've been involved in with some time. You've been involved with this person. You've worked together. You might have even started some things together, but somebody here is basically ready to go their own way. They're going through some kind of commitment, to follow through here on getting their house in order, on getting their life in order, on getting their situation handled. Because there's more work, more development that has to be done here. More development needs to be done. And that even if they leave, like, they could always return back to the situation, the family home, the tribe, whatever that is. So there's a tinge of sadness. It's a success to watch somebody go off. At some point they might even come back. That things are ever changing and ever growing. Okay, on your side of the table, you're going with the flow. You're allowing space for whatever has to transpire to happen here. Okay, you're not being stubborn about it. It is what it is. They want to go off. They want to complete this task. You're proud of them. You are thinking about how that's going to affect your experience. And with the nothing set in stone card is telling me you're not sure what else will develop for you in lieu of whatever you're so it's like the universe doesn't like a vacuum, right? So if you have this empty nest syndrome going on where different ones are leaving your home, maybe all your roommates are moving out, or your children are moving out, or some ideas that you had are moving out, that it's going to settle somewhere else. So the universe doesn't like a vacuum. As something is being shifted out of your experience for your next phase of development, that something new is coming in. You understand that this isn't permanent. So there's something here about distancing, but it's not permanent. Okay. In this, again, both of you are being asked, what do you need to release? Okay. Both sides of the table here being asked, what do you need to release? So again, somebody is wanting to get their stuff together. And I feel like one of the things you're releasing is attachment to outcomes and attachment to the idea of what you think it's supposed to look like and how you think things are supposed to transpire. Well, the other side of the table here, they're being asked to release anything that is getting in the way between them in this path of self-development. Again, whether this is building up for their own home, for their education, for their own spirituality, this person's commitment to overcoming this task at hand is being tested. So they could be easily, I'm hearing, duped into not doing the work that they need to do. In other words, there could be temptations to not go off to college, to just take some time off and let my parents take care of me type of vibe. Or there could be somebody here who is like, well, I want to build this business up into the next phase, but it's easier to just do this, because if I do that, I'm gonna have to implement all these changes and I'm gonna have to learn these things and those things. So there's something here about this person's on the B side, their commitment is being tested, because there's an easy way out, but there's the most beneficial way out. Okay. From the Kabbalistic Tree of Life deck, on the A side, we have the Coward. On the energy of the situation, we have the Beloved. And on the energy of the B side, we have the Advisor. So there's somebody here on the A side. There's some sort of sadness here that's in their life. It has to do with the tribe. They know somebody's got to go away. They're kind of afraid of that. That's why that sadness is coming up out here. And the Coward, this person needs to be okay with trusting that people are going to go and come, and they're going to be okay. So somebody here was afraid to let go. Somebody here is afraid to let go on the A side of the table. On the B side of the table, this person is being trained up for something. Okay, they're not done. They're in the process of surrendering to the divine will. They're doing their self-development. And for someone here, they're actually seeing a specific advisor to get a professional advisor to get some guidance on what's the next beneficial steps. And for some of them, what the guidance they got was to go their own way, to do their own thing, right? To branch off and to make their own waves. I heard make their own waves, make their own foothold, their own stronghold, their own foothold, some sort of way, to make their own mark in life. So somebody here, this advisor could be as simple as a trusted friend, or this advisor, I more strongly, I pick up on a paid professional, They've gotten some professional advice that's telling them, listen, you got to go your own way. There's some work here that you need to do. You're on the self-development course. There's something here about, you love that person, but you got to let them find their own path to success, right? You got to let them find their own path to mastery. I feel like on the B side too, this person can see the sadness in the A side of the table and realizes like there's not really anything I can do to change that sadness in this person. I have to let them have their own experience. They're going to go through it the way they most need to. They're going to be where they need to be at the time that they are there, and can't really change it for them. Okay, somebody's having that realization here. But what's interesting is between both of these, the energy of the Beloved is there. So it's like, the universe is in the middle of this. God's in the middle of this. They actually do have feelings and care and love for one another. It's not like they do not. However, there's a need to release this attachment to this connection. There's a deeper knowing, like that something has run its course. It's like when your children get so grown and they need a space of their own. What's the saying? There's only two. There can only be one queen in the castle. Well, what happens when your little princess turns up and becomes a queen? She needs her own castle too. So there's something here about that. And there's this deep knowing, like things will be better. I heard we'll get along better if I go about and do my own way. So this again could be portraying a connection of romance. It could be a connection of family, a friendship, or even a business. Okay, for different ones, it falls into a different category for those of you listening, because this is a collective message. Okay, so it's a great night to get your personal TikTok reading. It's $10 for a quick video to answer any question you have. Go to the website if you want to make that happen. I'll be getting to those as soon as I'm finished here. Just make sure you send your question over and make a purchase through the website. Okay, let's get into the Island Time Love Wellness Oracle and get some more on this experience. See what else we can gather. What do we have for the Tarot in the Shadows tonight? Okay, so on the A side, showing up with karmic relationship. So on the energy of the connection, what do we have? Girl talk. Okay. And on the energy on the B side, we have the snake. So on the A side, karmic relationship. Okay. Somebody here with karmic relationship, there are karmic patterns that play out. Is this, I feel like this is a more of a bigger karma as far as like ancestral karma. Somebody here is breaking ancestral karma. They've acquired a certain level of mastery. This person has come a long way regarding how they control their emotions and their emotional intelligence. But they know that they're not done yet. There's a karmic relationship here. Okay. Somebody here, wow. Okay. Somebody here had a whole lot of pride, a whole lot of ego in the way they handled a connection. Somebody here was afraid to address changes. Somebody was afraid to address some changes. Okay. There's some sadness about it, and they're feeling a struggle from being a long way from home, and it has something to do with all those connections to different responsibilities that they have gotten for their self. On the B side of the table, I feel like this person is aware. Wow, interesting. This person, so this is delving in as we dig deeper, this is going into more of a connection of definitely a love connection. Okay. So somebody, you have this friend, they're moving on in some sort of way. They've gotten some guidance, like they need to deal with their own thing, because there's something about like with the snake card, there's something here about some danger, some sort of attacking energy. This is a snake with flames coming off behind it. Somebody very angry here. Interesting, because we're talking about all this love in between. There's something deeper. Thank you. That's what it is. Yeah, they're saying this level is exploring what's happening deeper in this that's not necessarily being addressed. So on the A side, this is a karmic relationship for this person. Okay, that's why it's hard to let it go, but you know that you have to. Letting go and loving you is important. And you're like, I don't want to build resentments for trying to hold on to something here. I don't want to build resentment for trying to hold on to you. So I understand you got things you got to do. So I'm going to let go of you and hold on to me. But it could be a little bit triggering. Like I said, there's some sadness in letting it go. Even if this is still talking about a parent and a child, something like that. Okay. In regards to the connection, we have girl talk coming through. So, my dear friend, are you talking to your dear friend? Your dear friend about what you know had to happen, about the challenges in doing the right thing and how it's different than what you've done before. Spending time with your friends and everything. But on the B side, the snake is coming up, and it's like, hold on a second. There is someone here who is, this snake is giving me a really dark vibe, where this person is moving on. It's like almost like whoever this is, even if it's your child, there's this part of them that they don't want to admit where they're moving on, and it has to do to spite you. There's somewhere where this person, like, they need to go handle their own business and all that, but there's some repressed emotions, some repressed truth that they don't want to see about themselves, and there's some anger here. There's some sort of lashback, like you've had some sort of success here, some sort of accomplishment here. There's some sort of jealousy, some sort of it's okay. Thank you. I heard one up you. Somebody is here they're doing all this because they want to try to one up you. Are you aware of that? And that's why there's sadness in you, because you're like, it didn't have to be this way. Why did they got to make it be so ugly? Like, it wasn't ugly from the beginning. It wasn't always like this. It doesn't have to be like this. Okay. But there's something here about this person has some deep-seated animosity that they need to address at this time. And the way it's coming out, it's like, okay, I've got to move on. I got to go handle my business. I got to take care of my own thing. So it's like, I need to take care of my own thing. Does this person feel like you're a snake? Do they feel some sort of way like that you've betrayed them by your success somehow? Because you've been accomplished and you've been successful. Like, how dare you be successful and not include me in your success? Okay. This person, they feel there's somebody in this on the B side here who feels like the experience is not done. We're not done yet. If you think you're done with me, we're not done. And it's being said with a touch of spite, like I said. This person, they doing it to spite you, you know. Thank you. Did you realize that this was a karmic connection for you with a person, and this person is trying to come back in as your friend, even, and but they've got some ulterior motives, like, oh, you think you can hurt me? Watch this. You know, whether that they're doing that from a place of consciousness or it's just a deep-seated, like I said, almost unaddressed, even deep-seated feeling that somebody is having here towards you. But is it because you got your stability, you got your whole thing handled, and whether they come or they go, I heard whether they come or they go, you're already gonna be there. Do you think that this person is a coward? Do you feel like this person is cowardly? Is that a person so when I say cowardly, what I'm seeing is a person who's afraid of commitment, a person who's afraid to get involved, a person who's afraid to stay involved. Okay, are you afraid to address a connection that you're very deeply in tune with as well? I'm hearing because you don't know if you're going to be able to, how you're going to be able to handle it, because you know that there's some karmic connection between you and this person. Oh my goodness. You're going to dig deeper using the Sibila de la Zingara for our next level here. On the A side of the table, what do we have? It's love. Love. We have the love card coming through. Okay. In the situation, we have cheerfulness. Okay. So there's a toast here, cheerful. Oh boy. On the B side of the table, do we have, okay, joyfulness. All right, here we go. So they're taking this experience. Everything we've said already applies. We're moving forward more with this romantic connection at this time. And what I'm seeing is on the A side, the person on the A side of the table feel a lot of love. They're happy to come together. But both on the B side of the table in the situation, there are three people. So there's a third party situation. Somebody is at a distance, you know, they don't left a partner behind. They're going back to a partner. Somebody's thinking about how they have to move on now because somebody recognized all the karmic ties that were there. And earlier I was saying letting go of different responsibilities, liabilities, commitments, entanglements even. And part of that, when A side did that, was letting go of the B side here. And part of the karmic connection situation was that because there was a third party energy involved. Yep, there was a third party energy involved. On the A, if you're on the A side, you might not even know that there was a third party energy involved. You might not know how deep that third party energy was. You may not understand the nature of it. But I feel like you've although there was love, there was a deeper knowing in here, and your intuition with the MasterCard was letting you know, like, we'll be better off as friends. I heard we'll be better off as friends rather than lovers. Okay. All right, let's get some tarot on this next level. Yeah, because I feel like if you're on the A side, you have a lot of love for this person. If you're on the B side of this, you could be more entertained with your friends, or maybe you're more interested in dating, keeping your options open at this time. You feel like something ain't all the way done here for you. This is not your last step. You're not ready to put down foundation here. You're not ready to commit to this situation. You're moving on because you feel like there's more for you to do. You have more to learn, more to experience in some sort of way. You're not ready to settle in this situation with somebody who you have some sort of resentment for. If you're on the B side of the table, like, I could be your friend, but maybe this person on the B side table too is like, but I'm not I'm not interested in committing. So there's somebody here on the B side that's not interested in committing to just one person at this time. They're more committed to having different adventures. They're very friendly, very open energy. Okay. Their commitment is being tested because they're not interested in committing. What they're committed to right now is going out here and having a bunch of experiences and having fun in this life. That's the biggest commitment that this person on the B side of the table is willing to make right now. They're not interested in being connected to this one person in this karmic connection. Now, here's the thing. If you're on the A side, you can understand that. And you're like, okay, fine. So you know that this is successfully wrapping up the situation. However, it doesn't change the fact that there's a tinge of sadness that comes with it. I feel like you can see that this person on the B side is running. They're running from this connection because it's so powerful that it's triggering them and they're running. Okay, so in your energy, the 9 of Wands. You're on the A side, excuse me. On the A side, you're showing up as the 9 of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, possibly. Do you feel blocked? Are you at the end of some sort of struggle? Yeah, if you're on the A side of this, you've got love for somebody. You feel like they done ran from the love that you have for them. You feel like you're sad because this could have been a successful connection. But nothing's set in stone. You still have hopes that they could come back again. That's coming up. You still have hopes that this can come back around. But I've been through enough pain. I've been through enough hurt here in this situation. I don't need any more. It's even like feeling like halftime. You need a chance to just recuperate, get yourself together. Okay, in this energy of the situation, what we have is the 2 of Pentacles. So yeah, there's distance here. There is a distance here. There's a plan. There's a plan that involves some distance here. A need to release this connection. A need to release this connection. That's why the Fool is here. Okay. On the other side of the table, on the B side, we have the Devil. Capricorn energy. Okay, so for someone, there's a Capricorn on the B side of the table here. A need for somebody here to deal with their own situation. This person has some other interest, that they're more committed to than building up this situation with this person here, who is a karmic relationship for them, and you're a karmic relationship for each other. The cool part about it is, in between both of you, there's a certain level of mastery that is being developed in you through this experience. To help you both overcome a feeling of being stuck, to help you overcome a feeling of being heartbroken, to help you trust in your journey. It's like you need to trust in your journey. People come in for a reason and a season, not forever. They're going to be here for a while. They're going to be here. One of the biggest lies that humans have told each other is, I'm going to love you always and forever. Well, or no, I'll be with you always and forever. The truth is, yes, you can love them always and forever. Your energy, once you're connected, you'll always be there. But in the physical, they're not always and forever. They're usually not always and forever. Okay. Let's see what we have on the A side from the tea leaf fortune cards. What do we have for the A side of the table? Show me the energy on the A side. Thank you. On the A side, what we have showing up is the temporary situation. Again, this person was supposed to live with you temporarily for a certain period of time and then move on, or they were supposed to be in your energy temporarily, not forever, not for as long, not the extended stay that they have been. Okay, show me the energy of the situation here. What's the energy of the situation, please and thank you? Energy of the situation. Okay, here we have Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. Someone is behaving stupidly. Okay, in this situation. Interesting though, because in the stupidly behaving energy, it creates separation, and through that separation, there's mastery there. I heard you fooling yourself if you're thinking that you can prolong this much more. Somebody here, you're fooling yourself if you think you can draw this out much longer. Okay. On the other side of the table, this person is definitely doing some shadow work right now. Okay. The devil card is there. This Capricorn energy over here. The butterfly, a change for the better. Yeah, somebody's going to be doing better when they get out and get on their own 2 feet. When they go move off and do their own thing. Like I said, somebody here on this side, they want to establish their own stability. It can be as simple as your child is finally ready to move out of the house and go do their own thing. And there's some sort of stupid behavior in the middle that causes a rift that kicks that all into action. But at the end of the day, you both get along great. For somebody else, this is a friend who has been your roommate for a while. And there's some sort of tension that happens in between the both of you. Again, it causes a rift. They want to leave in the right way, but there's some sort of triggers here with this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing you trigger the heck out of them. Something bad comes up out of them in order not to do something stupid or not to do something stupid again. It's time for me to move on. It's going to be a change for a better. I heard you always knew, if you're on the A side, you always knew that this is not going to be forever. You always knew it was temporary situation. So let's get a dedication. Let's see. What's their dedication to you? What is their dedication to you? Their dedication to you is from DJ Cool. Let me go in my throat. Some of y'all might know this stuff and some of y'all don't. Some of y'all might be with us and some of y'all won't. But listen, let me clear my throat. Oh, have mercy, babe. I hope you don't mind. Let me clear my throat. Okay, so there's something about this person to you. They're like, listen, I have some things to say. You don't have to hear what I have to say, okay? What's your dedication to the other side of the table? So that person is getting some things off their chest. They're making some things known to you, letting you know what they really feel. Their dedication to you comes through with Vanessa Williams, Colors of the Wind. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon or asked the grinning bobcat why he grinned? Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? This person feels like you want them to be like you in some sort of way. And what I picked up while I was reading those lyrics is they want to get out from underneath your influence, the wind beneath my wings. They don't want to be living under your shadow. They don't want to be living, they don't want to be riding your coattails for the rest of their life. They want to get their own thing going. And it's causing some difficulty inside of them, some hard emotions. Okay, this is where their trigger is coming out. That's that snake energy that was repressed in them. All right, let's see something about this situation. Here we go. The energy of the situation from the download oracle coming out is a sinking ship. Look at that. It says, you ask one thing, loose lips sink ships. Why do they follow if they've no desire to go? Walking away, intuition would say, now you know that up, it's blown. Given a chance to stand tall, but instead fall slack, and now there's no going back. It's not the first time, a second like this, breaking the chains of my blessed lesson in this. Again, something stupid happened. Somebody said something they shouldn't have said, but now the cat's out the bag. Once that cat's out the bag, once you said something, you can't put the words back down and shove them back down your throat. They're out, they're already out. They've been heard, they've been received. You can't erase it from somebody's memory. It is what it is. There's going to be a change for the better coming out of this. But there's something about this person don't want to be like you. They don't want to live under your shadow. They don't want to be feeling like they're stuck up under you all the time. There's something here about that. Let's see what we have in the Lyrical Evolution deck. Let's get one card about this Tarot in the Shadows message. What is the Tarot in the Shadows message tonight? Please and thank you. Tarot in the Shadows message. What is the message here for Tarot in the Shadows tonight? Thank you. All right. It is, as I drop almost all the cards, from Carly Simon. From Carly Simon, the song You're So Vain. The lyrics say, you had me several years ago when I was still quite naive. Well, you said that we made such a pretty pair and that you would never leave. But you gave away the things you love, and one of them was me. You're so vain. Okay. So, in this situation, somebody said they will always be there. I'll always be with you. I'll always love you. I'll always be by your side. Something like that. There's a change of awareness in this because it talk about having been naive. Working together looked great, right? But all of a sudden, it's like somebody here, their feelings have changed. You know, are they giving away this connection? Are they giving up on this connection? And that's why there's sadness in you, because you believe there was something more here. You seen there was something more here, but now somebody's just giving it up, giving away. You never thought this person would leave, and now they're going off. Also, there's something here about this kid going off to college. I get the vibe, though, that I get the feel like it might not be necessarily a literal college. Like they're about to level up in some sort of way in regards to their level of awareness, their level of consciousness. They're about to go have their life experiences. It's going to put them in college, so to speak, right? Somebody here been putting on a fake front for a while. I hear somebody's been putting on a fake front for a while. So let's get some guidance here for you. What is the guidance? Get some guidance to the tribe, please, and thank you. What's the most important guidance for the one watching? The Chariot. Wow. So with the Chariot coming out, it's like, listen, it might be sad, but your path to success is it moving on. You always knew at some point you were going to have to move on. You know, it's like get on victory mode, make decisions. You got to stay in control here. You have a big, beautiful home. You've got your priorities in order. You've already got all your responsibilities and your attachments aligned. You know what that is. Okay, keep moving forward in this. Don't let this deter you. I'm hearing don't let this deter you. All right, what else do we have for guidance? What else do we have for guidance, please? And thank you, God, for guiding the tribe. All right. Yeah, in this experience, like, it's just a matter of time until whoever this person is, it could be your friend or your family member, right? You got to let them go. I feel like you got to let them go because they have to handle their own business. They have to stand on their own 2 feet, okay? They have to get their thing together. And likewise, you have to continue to maintain yours. You didn't get what you have because you were busy paying more attention to other people's business than your own. No, not at all. So, I'm getting with this Page of Wands, the guidance here is recognize the good times that you've had, take and move forward with the beneficial experiences that you've had from this. But it's time for somebody to go and have a new adventure. It's actually delayed. I heard it's been delayed. This person was supposed to move out a long time ago. That didn't happen. And now the universe is truly pressing that. Now we have the Queen of Swords falling out. And it's telling me that this stupid behavior, I feel like the B side did some stupid behavior towards the A side. A side said, oh no, this isn't going to last long. Put their boundaries down, open their mouth, spoke their piece. That's where this change is coming from. So there's a change coming through here. Okay, what else do we have? Guidance for you watching the 10 of Cups with the 3 of Swords. Oh boy. So it's painful. The 10 of Swords is at the bottom of this deck here. Yeah, it's painful because there's some sort of ending energy here. But you've seen the truth of this. The beloved card is kind of moved to the center here in the middle of all this guidance. Remember that you love this person, but the truth is the truth. They are where they're at. And you know that it's very quickly this cycle with this person is wrapping up, and it's emotional. This is an emotional change for you. But I also hear like it's freeing up some time and energy in your life because there's some new things that want to come through for you. Because remember we said the universe doesn't like a vacuum. So there's some new experiences set to come through for you because the situation here is expiring. This person has been being pushed to create their own independence and stability, and they haven't done it yet. Now they're being even more pushed out. And this person needs to go have some experiences where they're not so protected by you, I hear. Like, they need to go take in the colors of the wind. They need to go see what other people are like out there. They need to go see what other experiences are like. You get so used to having a good thing, you got kind of numb to the good thing you got. This person over here on the beach side, they need to go out and have some new adventures, because they gotten real complacent about what they had, where they had it, where they been. So there's a need for somebody here to go out, have some new adventures, do some new things. All right. What else can you show us from a handmade oracle? Give some guidance to the tribe, please, and thank you. What's the guidance for the tribe? Thank you for guiding the tribe. What do we have? What is the message? Okay, here we go. And come through. So we have a little stack here that's flipped over in my hand. Let's see what we have. So I am now loved, liked, seen, heard, valued, and appreciated on all time, space, and dimension. Okay. I am the magic on all time, space, and dimension. I feel like I need to be in charge of things in order for them to have a successful outcome. Controlling. And truth is nothing more than a word, meaning what is so right now. Yet what is so is always changing. Therefore, truth is always changing. Okay. So here's the thing. I feel like these two cards are for the A side. These two cards are for the B side. The person on the B side is going through a whole lot of changes, and they're being pressed to really step up and take mastery and control in their life at this time. They're being brought to some big changes that are going to change how they be, how they live, how they see, how they interact in the world. Now, here's the thing. On the A side, it's like, you're good enough. If you're on the A side, which I feel like 99% of all viewers are on the A side of this experience, you are good enough. And you know that. And you know that there's power in the connection. And you know that there's power within you. You know that you're a magic. And the thing of it is, you also know and understand that these cycles have their way of playing out. It doesn't mean that you're not sad when your cycle with a person comes to an end and it's time for them to move on. There might be a touch of sadness there, but you accept it and you move forward. You know that you're good enough. If somebody can't appreciate that, they need to step up and take control in their life. So let it be. So be it. You're not going to sit up here and argue with nobody. You know that, hey, if this experience is coming up out the way, then there's another one right behind it. There's something else headed my way. I'm here for it. You said I'm here for it. Somebody feels like they have somebody has a puffed up pride issue. Okay. I feel like this is the person on the B side. They got a puffed up pride issue. They have a hard time accepting, like I'm hearing, accepting all the benefits of the position that they're in while you are in position collaborating with them. They didn't appreciate it because, when you're used to certain things, again, you become complacent about what you have. And so there's something here about this person on the B side. Okay, you don't appreciate my presence. I hope you learn to appreciate my absence, and I hope you have fun with my absence. It's like, maybe you'll appreciate my presence in my absence. You'll appreciate my presence a little bit more because you've gotten used to my presence. I heard things are real nice around you. You have so many connections. You have so many things working out for you on your side of the table. But, this person hasn't been, they've been under your wing for so long that they've begun to resent your wing. They've been under your protective influence for so long. They've begun to resent the protective influence that you have in their life. So as they go out there, they're going to have different experiences. They're going to learn other things. What I'm actually getting is example, an illustration from the Bible where, in the beginning, it was the tree of the knowledge of good and bad. Up until then, all they knew was good. When they took that fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and bad, all they added to their life was the knowledge of the bad. All they knew up until then was good. So all they added in was something that was not good, anti-love. They added in anti-love. All right. And then I hear, before I get into your postcard from Spirit, I hear, people always tend to want what they don't have instead of appreciating what they do have. Okay. All right. Dearest you, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness to someone for no other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it doesn't often happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows, and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. We love you so much over here. And so there's something here I'm getting, with that postcard from Seer. That's part of why this cycle is coming to an end. You have been so generous in this situation. You know you're good enough. You bring all this magic to the party. It's time for you to receive. This person needs to go out there. They've become so complacent within this vibe. They know they need to go handle their own business and all of that. Maybe they realize everything you've done, and they're starting to feel resentment because they've been receiving so much from you. Whatever it is, somebody here is moving forward, taking control in their life so they can get what they want. They are changing. They're going through big changes right now, accepting truth about themselves. What you need to know is you are good enough, and it's time for you to receive some things. Something here, you had to say what was on your mind. You did have to say what was on your mind. And you might have had certain specified deal breakers. And if those deal breakers have been violated, then you have to honor your word, and do what's best for you in this. Whatever has happened here, it's like once that ship has sunk, the ship is going down, honey. It is going down. You can save yourself and get off of it or not, okay? And this ship is here representing this illusion of this connection continuing to move forward for much longer. It's like it's on a time frame for somebody here to get out, get free. They, have their own experience. The situation is simply outrun its time frame. So that's what we have for you for tonight's episode of Tarot in the Shadows. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. Yeah. I love what I do.